Here we go. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Cindy Taylor from Digital Wealth News and AI&Finance, and the co-founder, along with Michael Partnow, of the Big Sky AI Roundtable, which is going to be here in Bozeman next week. And I have the amazing Lori Hardwick on the screen with me. Lori is a legend in the industry, started a few decades ago, I believe, in the industry, and we're going to hear about that in a little bit. Lori, welcome. So happy to have you on the horn today.
Thanks, Cindy. I'm so excited. It's nearing the time I get to come out to Bozeman for the first time. I'm excited.
I know. We're excited to have you. I know you're a busy girl these days. I thought maybe you could share a little bit with our audience about what you're up to. And I know it's a long resume, so please share with what you're doing.
Yeah,
What you're doing with us.
I really am doing mostly board work now, Cindy. I've worked with GenStar as a private equity, their private equity firm in financial solutions. They also have other sectors that they work in. But with GenStar, I'm one of their strategic advisors, and they keep me plenty busy. But I also am part of 5 different firms as a board member. Yeah. So.
Wow.
And I chair 2 of those 5. So I'm chairman of Docupace and also of Vestwell. And Vestwell is not owned by GenStar. It's one of the only one that is not owned by GenStar or invested in by GenStar, but maybe one day. So Cerity Partners, Orion Financial Solutions, and then also Cetera, which is obviously one of the largest broker dealers in the nation. So serving on all of those, and I love it. I just love what I do. Honestly, it is such a great, I'll say portfolio, just out of lack of another word that comes to mind right now, but a great portfolio of board work that really keeps my finger on the pulse of the industry, both from an RIA perspective, a large scale broker dealer perspective, and then in fintech. And obviously, as you know, fintech has a lot of things going on with AI. So I'm excited for the conference next week to get some new ideas myself for how we can be.
It's just going to be amazing because we really have 4 different sponsors, gold sponsors, who are presenting overviews, and then we have just an amazing group of people attending, and I think it's going to be fascinating, really, what comes out of it. Then we have white papers afterwards as well. But I know you've kind of touched on the AI world before, and you even had a firm previously, an AI focused firm that you sold to Envestnet, and I wanted to hear a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah, right after I left Pershing, I started a firm with Mike Zabrowski, who's now at Docupace. And we started a firm called AI Labs. It actually stood for Advisor Innovation Labs, which is a play on the AI name. And this was in 2017 and 2018 when we started the firm. And both of us at that time were looking at really just bringing APIs together in a way that was conducive for firms to bring their best of breed solutions into one hub. And then and this is a big part of AI, I think, is taking those kind of connective tissues that make the most sense for connecting the dots together for what feeds into certain things to make that information or those data points more valuable to you as an advisor or as a home office, to really be able to figure out in a very efficient way how to see those common threads of demand and figure out maybe new, more efficient ways of doing things. So that was the premise. And like you said, we ended up selling that company 1 week before COVID hit. And of course, none of us knew. I'm like, I have the best luck, honestly. I really have good luck in life. And I do not discount that at all based on, I mean, I've had to be successful on my own right, but luck has definitely played a big part.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I had no idea about the timing of that. It's so funny you mentioned that, because we had a plan. I was still consulting with FA Mag after we sold FinTech News, and we had a plan to launch Digital Wealth News in March 2020.
Yes. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? Oh my
So
god.
yeah, so we ended up launching in November and Orion was our first client. So there you go. We're full circle. We're
Yes,
connected.
we are
I
connected. I appreciate our connection very much, Cindy.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We've known each other for several years now.
Yeah.
I am just curious. I wanted to ask you just a couple questions and then we're going to log off. And but I kind of wanted to hear what you're thinking. You know, you're in the center of the industry, you're on all these boards and aligned with all these organizations. Where are you seeing AI being implemented currently? And where do you think it's going to go in the future?
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be everything. I mean, we write about it a lot, particularly on AI and finance, but it's gonna drive the industry, in my opinion. But I'd love to hear your perspective.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I see it kind of on the front end and the back end the most. And I'll just explain what I mean by that. So on the front end, one of the firms I on the board of is Orion, and they own Redtail CRM.
Good.
And
Yeah.
that is, allowing, hopefully advisors are seeing some of the things that we're bringing to market that surface things certainly within a CRM perspective, where their clients can benefit from other, peer analysis, meaning this client has this, maybe this other client who matches a lot of those same characteristics also needs
Mm,
this particular
interesting.
product or
Yep.
solution or
Makes sense.
information. And then in addition to that, we're surfacing common responses. So if we see that a client has asked for XYZ, we surface different common responses that the advisor has given to other clients to just save them time and and certainly save time and energy on
Yeah.
their day. Advisors
Sure.
are very I honestly still don't know how they get it all done, and I've been in this business for a long time, but they spend so much time on administrative tasks and getting back to
Yeah.
clients, and about a lot of times the same question, how is the market doing? Where am I based on my financial plan? Those types of things that we can now streamline and really hopefully make their day more efficient. Um,
Right.
Other areas that I'm seeing AI play a big part is in matching advisors to new clients. So many times, new clients are looking for advisors, but they call someone and they're not the right fit for that advisor, whether
Mhm.
it's not, they don't have enough income yet, or they aren't at the right life stage. So that's another area that I see a lot in lead generation, and then also engagement of that client coming into the fold of a new
Sure.
advisory firm. The other area on the back end is like with Docupace, I see this all day long. New account opening,
Oh
new,
gosh. Yeah.
yeah, just getting the grunt work out of
Yeah.
the system. There is so
Yes.
much time. I think the recent stat I saw was 85% um, of advisors are spending at least 2 days a week on just administrative items,
Oh my
and
gosh.
that is ridiculous, honestly. They
It
they
is.
should be spending more of their time working with their clients and honestly trying to get more clients. But with and that has been a statistic that's been in the system for a long time. We're not making a lot of good progress on that, and my hope is that AI will really take out a lot of the time suck stuff that's happening
Yeah.
and allow
Yeah.
for all of the back end processes to work more efficiently than ever. And I can say,
Interesting.
looking at Docupace and how well they've performed in the last few years, it's not a new idea. People are definitely gravitating to outsourcing some of those solutions and saying, let's
Sure.
just get it done. We can't be stuck in this cycle of administrative hell anymore. So,
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, gosh, I totally see what you're saying.
yeah.
We're interested in financial markets. My husband was a former hedge fund manager, so we're also seeing obviously huge application with portfolio management, and market analysis, and that's another area too that is just massive, massively
Yeah.
using and going to become more. more prevalent, I think, with the use of AI, particularly for advisors too.
I
But
think
these
so.
advisors have to get used to using this technology. It's scary,
Yeah.
you know, it
Yeah.
sounds scary. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that the best way for firms at the headquarter level, broker-dealers, RIAs, and also advisors to get used to using this technology is to test it out on the back end for efficiency and scale. And what I mean by that is bring in a lot of different data points. Now, the key to that is it has to be clean data, which I think
sure.
everybody now is like really rushing to the finish line to try to get people on board, so that they do have clean, accurate data, because without that,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
AI isn't going to be that helpful because you're gonna have a
Right.
bunch of other stuff in there that doesn't make sense or
Sure.
skews your results. But using it for the back end, even if there's AI solutions that will help you build a board book or look through financials, to give you yellow
Yeah.
flags, red flags of these trends are looking a little off or skewed from prior quarters. That
Huh.
will allow, I think, for people to get more used to the using AI and also build some credibility in their own
Sure.
mind for why they want to use it, for
Yeah.
efficient scales. So, and
I think
honestly,
too.
oh, go ahead.
Don't you think too, once people start using it, they get comfortable with it and then they see the
Yeah,
power of it. I mean, over and over
yeah,
again, just people just using simple generative AI tools right now. And they're like, holy smokes, I
yeah.
this just kicked something out in, 10 seconds that would have taken me 2 hours to write. So
That's
yeah,
exactly right. I think leadership today, part of their role always has been to get client engagement, but I think more so than anything now is to build a culture of curiosity, because people's and financial services are we're not really a poster child for taking on new technology very easily. We have, we have
well,
resisted
I'm
it
trying to
for
change that, girl.
we've resisted it for decades. And the good thing that came out of COVID is that people did glom onto technology finally, at least
True.
a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think that as you look at how people are adopting that technology and figuring out new ways to be curious of how to even use AI in certain parts of your
Yeah,
business, that is really, I think, key to keeping your business relevant for the
for
next
sure.
years. Yeah.
I think so. I think so. Well, this has been a really fun conversation. I told you we weren't going to be using a script or questions. We were just going to be two girls chatting.
That's
And I think
right.
we've done that.
That's right.
And we are so excited to see you in person here in Bozeman next week at the Big Sky AI Roundtable. So, Lori Hardwick, thank you so much for joining me today. Cheers.
Thank you, Cindy. I can't wait for next week.
Great.